You need to know how different acids react with different compounds. Let's take a look at how they react with metal oxides. You have to remember that an acid plus metal oxide makes salt plus water. We also need to know how to name these salts. There are a few rules. Hydrochloric acids make chlorides, sulfuric acids make sulphates, and nitric acids make nitrates. Let's go through a worked example. Hydrochloric acid plus copper oxide makes what? Well, we know when an acid reacts with a metal oxide, it makes salt and water. We need to know the name of the salt. It's hydrochloric acid, as you can see here, and we know that a hydrochloric acid makes a chloride. Get the first part of the name for this chloride from the metal. It's a copper that we're reacting it with, so it's hydrochloric acid plus copper oxide makes copper chloride plus water. Let's do another one. Nitric acid plus copper oxide makes what? Again, we know that an acid reacts with a metal oxide to make salt plus water. We need to name this salt. It's a nitric acid, as you can see in the question here. And if we look at our rules, a nitric acid makes a nitrate. Get the first part of the nitrate from the metal. It's copper oxide. So nitric acid plus copper oxide makes copper nitrate plus water. You need to know how acids react with different compounds. Reactions with metal hydroxides are acid plus metal hydroxide to salt plus water. Let's go through a worked example. Nitric acid plus sodium hydroxide makes what? We know when an acid reacts with a metal hydroxide, it makes salt and water. We need to name the salt. It's a nitric acid, and therefore it's going to make a nitrate. Again, we need to get the first part of this nitrate from the metal. It's sodium hydroxide, so it's nitric acid plus sodium hydroxide makes sodium nitrate plus water. Let's do another one. Sulfuric acid plus sodium hydroxide makes what? Again, step 1, we know that an acid reacts with a metal hydroxide to make salt and water. We need to name the salt. It's a sulfuric acid, as you can see here, and they make sulphate. Again, we need to get the name of this sulphate from the metal that's been reacted, from the metal hydroxide. It's sodium, so the answer is sulfuric acid plus sodium hydroxide makes sodium sulphate plus water. We also need to know how acids react with metal carbonate. An acid plus metal carbonate makes salt plus water plus carbon dioxide. Let's go through an example. Nitric acid plus sodium carbonate makes what? We know that when an acid reacts with a metal carbonate, it makes a salt plus water plus carbon dioxide. We need to name this salt. We're using a nitric acid, and therefore it's going to make a nitrate. We need to get the first part of the name for this nitrate from the metal. It's sodium carbonate. So the answer would be nitric acid plus sodium carbonate makes sodium nitrate plus water plus carbon dioxide. You have now learnt how to name salts and how acids react with metal oxides, metal hydroxides, and metal carbonate. You will find a summary of this information below. Make sure you test yourself using the quiz on reviseitright.com. Why are we the best revision website out there? Well, because we have it all in one place. Revision notes, summary videos, longer, more detailed videos for topics you're struggling on. Exam question walkthrough videos where qualified teachers take you through the perfect answers to exam questions. Worksheets, quizzes, computer marked exam questions, interactive flashcards, forums, the ability to keep track on where you are using our tick list, and so much more. But that's not all. We run at least 3 live lessons a week, and closer to exam time, this will be more, where you can tune into a qualified teacher teaching lots of different topics each week. The lessons will be interactive, and we go through exam questions and quick quizzes to ensure understanding as you go. We also run drop-in sessions where you can drop in, ask a tutor anything live, get the answer that you need, and leave. These are included in our silver and gold membership. This means that for an extra £10 a month, you can access at least 12 hours of lessons a month. That's under £1 an hour, which is incredibly cheap. Still not convinced? Try us completely free for 7 days and cancel anytime, completely free of charge. We offer this because we're convinced that you'll love us. So try us now.